Hi, I'm John, and I'm the creator of TalkmanRadio.
Guy's a fucking asshole.
TalkmanRadio Fantasy Football Podcast. All right, we're doing the rushing offenses. These are, I'll give you the top 15, and the starting point for each of them are how many yards they had, the total rushing yards. But then I have attempts and yards per carry. So I'll give you the whole shebang here. All right, number one, Buffalo. That's pretty easy. 26-30. And 492 attempts, which is second. 5.3 yards per carry. But that's the quarterback, too. So you have to take that into account. McCoy did break like 8 60-yard runs. So, yeah, that helps as well. But you got to remember, McCoy last year was coming off of almost going to jail for punching a cop or some shit. Something like that. Whenever you see, like, especially like good guys like McCoy, I'm not talking the shit guys. The good guys, whenever something stupid happens, that's why. Well, I'll get into Zeke Elliott next, but whenever that kind of crap happens, and somebody says you're going to jail, motherfucker, and then they don't in the offseason, they have pretty good years. That's a trend. That's what we call that. Jay Johnson, he's a backup, and Williams, he's the other backup. But the quarterback and McCoy are the ones who get all the rushing yards. But still, you got a new coach coming in there, so who knows how they're going to run it. They'll probably keep running it since you were number one, but I don't know if they're going to stay number one on the rushing list this year, so they might go down a little bit. Number two, these guys could definitely easily be number one. Dallas, 23.96, number one in attempts. They also have a rushing quarterback. And number three in yards per carry, 4.8. It's pretty good. Whenever you're hanging around 5, it's really fucking good. Zeke Elliott, Morris, McFadden, all the regular guys. If anything happens to Zeke, this is what I wanted to get into. So he punched some guy in the face or some shit. He did something at a fucking bar. It's always at a fucking bar. And so I read something real quick. Some guy said, nah, he didn't do nothing. Why don't you send like the 4th string guy to go beat the shit out of this guy? Why do you send the starter? So something, and then he hit somebody, blah, blah, blah. And then some other guy came out a couple days later, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see nothing. Come on. Fucking Dallas. You're nuts. But these guys could definitely easily be number one. Zeke, if he doesn't miss any games, now we're going to watch that. He's easily number one because he's got the speed. Speed will just, the speed kills, like they say, and you can just break it from anywhere there. All right, number 3, Tennessee, 21.87, not bad. 4.76, it's 4th in the league. 4.6, that's also 4th in the league. They have a good line, and they want to run the ball. They really want to. They have a quarterback, 2 running backs, everybody on that team can run the ball. The tackle could run the ball if you needed to. And 4.6, it's not bad. But they don't have any speed guys. They have just bruisers that just break 18, 19. I mean, McCoy did break. I mean, Murray, he did break some good ones. But for the most part, they're, 7-8 yards a clip guys. And the guy behind him, too. What's his face? Who's the kid who won the Heisman Award? Henry. Okay, number 4. I saw this and I was like, really? The 49ers, 2019. The fucking 49ers. They won half a game. They won two and a half games. Something like that. They were 5th in attempts at 458. And yards per carry, they were 4.4. The line isn't bad, but they got a new coach. Who knows what they're going to do? And it's not going to be Chip Kelly. There's such a mess over there. I do like that guy, but he likes to throw the ball. He was part of the reason that Atlanta they had the number 1 offense, a big reason, the offensive coordinator. But, I don't know. It's really hard to see, but you never know. I mean, shit, if they keep the attempts up, that's the whole point to rushing. Keep the attempts up. So, okay. Number 5, Atlanta. They have a new offensive coordinator now, which I don't know. It could have a positive or negative effect. I don't know. We'll see. That's why we watch. 1928 attempts, 421. That's 12th. It's not bad. 12th in attempts and 5th in rushing, 4.6 yards per carry. What do you know? If you're gonna, if you're not gonna run it that much and still have that high of a total, the yards per carry is gonna be pretty good. That's 4th in the league, 4.6. Devontae Freeman's a little pissed. I heard some things that he was pissed off of in the offseason. Something like that. If they would have given me the ball, won a Super Bowl, I'm a Super Bowl champ. But they didn't give him the ball. They wanted to throw the ball, and they fucked up. Then they should have won that game. All they had to do is kick a field goal, but whatever. So he's pissed, and you got Coleman in the background. If one of the thing about these guys is, if one of those guys gets hurt, it's boom for one guy and bust for the other guy. So they're the first of the committee guys. So okay, moving on. Number 6, Oakland. Oakland at 1922 offensive. They got a new offensive coordinator. They were 11th in attempts and 10th, tied for 10th. Everybody had 4.4 yards per carry. They got Lynch, they got Richard, and they got Washington. Lynch has been out for like a year. And I kind of like that Richard kid. Every time I saw him, he was breaking 80-yard runs. So if Lynch can hold... he was hurt before he left. He left for a year, got juiced up, came back. He was coming on a team with a good... The line was good last year, but they kind of hodgepodge that line together. So I'm wondering if they could do that again and actually stay cohesive, but that's... We'll see. We'll see about that. So I don't know about Lynch. I think Richard would be the next guy. And Washington was... I think he was a rookie last year, but... So that's a little... I wouldn't go drafting Lynch too high, but we'll see. See what happens. There's always a couple idiots. I'm usually one of them. Number 7, New England, 1872. They try to run the ball. 482 attempts. That's third. That was good for third in the league. 3.9 yards a carry. That's good for 24th in the league. They're so freaking good. They still try and run the ball. So, they're so freaking good. But they got that Brady. So, Gillisley, James White, and Lewis. Gillisley came in from Buffalo. They like to poach guys from the division. Wes Welker, Gillisley now, Hogan, and I'm sure there was others. Those 3 are off the top of my head. So they're going to use when they bring them in, they use them for something. So that'll be interesting to watch. Number 8, Houston, 1859. They're 6th in attempts. Another guy run the ball. 4.1 yards carry. That's good for 18th. The best thing I could say about these guys are, they're solid, but that offensive line is going to be good because they have to play against that defensive line every day. So that'll make the offensive line stronger, and hopefully that will keep the running game going. They should be doing better than if they could get a little better at the 4.1. They can move up this list because they're going to keep running the ball. That's all they do. That's why they went out and got Miller last year. So 9, 1824. That's Miami at 1824. 405 in attempts. It's 18th. That's another one. That's more than halfway down. They do have a new offensive coordinator, which that really doesn't make a difference in Miami because they have the coach who is I'm the greatest offensive mind ever, so you're gonna do what I say, and you just stand there. Okay. And who's gonna argue with him? 4.5. That's good for 7. They're good run blocking offensive line, and they do have JJ. So. Yeah, we'll see. He has to be able to do it again. He had those 2 big games. Didn't he have 200 yards twice? Or, 2 weeks in a row? Come on. That's not, lame-o dudes don't do that. That's all I'm saying. So, where are we at? We are at 10. Number 10, Carolina at 18-14. Attempts 453. That was good for 7th. And 4.0, and even 4.0. It's good for 20th. The line kind of stinks. They added Khalil, the brother of the other guy. I think he's the center, and I think they brought in the brother as a tackle. So there's a reason that whoever got rid of, I think it was Minnesota, got rid of him or something. I think that there's a reason they got rid of him because he stinks. But hopefully, maybe the brother will teach them, some moves. But they didn't do anything to the line, and they have and if this guy doesn't work out, who's going to be their left tackle? So, I have to give them. They're probably going to fall down from number 10 this year, unless Cam Newton just runs the ball like crazy on broken plays to help out the rushing stats. Number 11, the Eagles. Gotta love the Eagles. Eagles at 18-13. 438. It's good for 10th. 4.1 yards per carry. That's good for 18th. The offensive line got better. And they got Blunt. They had 18 touchdowns, but he's 100 years old. Matthews, Sproles, Smallwood, who knows? Who knows who's going to end up getting it? I might go with Smallwood, but I don't know. So we'll see what happens. As long as the tackle doesn't start shooting dope again, or whatever the hell he was on that they caught him with. You can't have it. I mean, 10 games is bad. 16 games is worse. Number 12, the Jets. Jets. They have a new offensive coordinator. Do they have a new coach? No, looks like it's still got the same guy. It's got to burn an offensive coordinator. Morningwig. The fucking guy's been around forever. The Jets are at 18-02. 418 is good for 13th. And 4.3 yards per carry, good for 12th. Without the Brick House, he left. And Mangold left, didn't he? So, who the hell's blocking to get them up to 4.3 yards per carry? Because they didn't have much of a running game either. Who'd they have? Oh, God, I don't even remember that guy's name. Forte. He had one good game, 3 touchdowns. So I don't get that, and I don't see them getting any better. So they're probably going to drop from number 12. They need centers. They need tackles. The guards are good, but everybody else stinks. New offensive coordinator for number 13 at Cincy at 17-69. 446, good for 9th in attempts. That's, they're trying to, another team trying to run the ball. They just stunk last year. 4.0, that's good for 20th. You got to be at like 4.5 to really start, all the big ones, they're all the playoff teams. The 4.0s, that doesn't do it anymore. Two Pro Bowlers gone. I don't see this team getting any better. And now you got Joe Mixon there. Who knows who's going to run the ball? I think Bernard's out, so whatever. And the fat guy, Jeremy Hill. He, I always draft him. I always end up throwing him in there as like an extra guy, like on the flex position. He always gets like 70 yards. Hopefully you get a touchdown. That's not terrible. It's better than having a guy that, you got to hope comes in and breaks one. So, if I had to take one of the running backs, I'd still take Jeremy Hill, honestly. You'll get better value, I think. Number 14 is Pittsburgh at 1760. 409. That was good for 16th in the league, and 4.3, which is good for 12th. Yeah, what do? You going to argue? They've been together for a few years now. You got to like continuity on the line. And they got Le'Veon Bell. So, they work well together. He was out for, 3 games? Shit, I had him last week. I should fucking know. So that would probably go up from 4.3 and probably from 409 being middle of the pack. They probably ran the ball more. But we'll never know. And last but not least, number 15 with Kansas City, 1748, 412 in attempts, and 4.2 for the 16th in the league. It's a middle of the road team. They run the ball. They try and run the ball about half the time. And they're middle of the road in pretty much everything. They didn't put any picks into the line, so the line is didn't get any better except through experience, and they are middle of the pack. So anybody taking out of there, which would be is going to be probably do the same freaking thing you did last year. That would be my guess. So next we're going to do the passing offenses. We're not going to do it right now, but we're going to get to that. So keep tuned for that, and we'll see you later. Hey, thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow Talkman Radio on Facebook and Twitter, and kill that like button and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, everyone's team sucks but mine.